Oh boy, we are back at it again, bringing you guys four-wheeler content. You guys have absolutely been killing the four-wheeler content, and Christian kind of got a new machine. But before we get into that, we did a Can-Am Outlander versus Polaris. There were some Polaris guys crying like little babies, all right? Let me just go ahead and tell you. Yes, the Outlander has a clutch kit and a tune, but it outran the Polaris by a landslide. Now, the Polaris is fast, but there's no way. I mean, even stock, I know what this thing did stock. The power delivery out of this thing, after seeing just, you know, what happened, this thing stock is gonna outrun that Polaris 10 out of 10 every time. You know, I didn't even hate on the Polaris in that video, but, you know, we had the little Polaris guys come out and... You seen the result. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Now listen, Polaris guys.
Yeah?
You guys still got the looks. It looks way better when you're in a mud hole, but this thing out.
Dude, I'm telling you that if you want to go fast race bike, something that's going to rip your arms off, this is the bike. Now, if you're not a big four-wheeler guy and you got up on that, that is a lot of bikes still. Both of these four-wheelers are no joke. But that's enough about that. We need to get into today's video. Christian, what'd you buy, dude?
You ready for this one?
I already seen it, but let's show everybody.
Drum roll, please.
What we got here, baby? Oh my gosh, buddy. Buddy, pull it on in here. We'll talk about it. Buddy went out and spent a bag. So, Christian, you sold your Suron, or you traded your Suron in cash.
A little bit of cash. 3K in cash and my Suron.
That ain't bad. That's not bad at all.
Not a bad deal.
Got rid of the electric dirt bike and got a 81 horsepower 850 XMR. Now this is a 2022. I had this exact same bike. This bike does have floorboards and 32s. And today we're just gonna compare, okay? I've spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of time building out this 1000 XXC into a mud bike where I could have just went and bought an 850. The 850 XMR, it's set up for mudding. It's already snorkeled. It's already got the rad relocate. It's ready to roll as a factory mud bike and it makes great power, but it's not quite there when you're comparing it to a 1000. Now they do offer this bike in a 1000 XMR, but it's the long frame, so your wheelbase comes way out. It's kind of like a school bus, and that is something I don't want. It's not supposed to be a school bus. It's a mudding four-wheeler. I do gotta say, this thing looks really good on 32s. This bike's sitting on 29.5-inch assassinators, and I don't know, man, if we do the floorboards, we could definitely jack this thing up. But I want to see today the Outlander 850 head-to-head, side-by-side against the 1000. Is the extra 150 cc's worth all the extra money and all the time it took to build this thing out? I'm gonna go ahead and say for the average Joe, I don't think so. But for me, who rides a lot and films a lot and does everything with the four-wheelers, I think it's probably gonna be worth it, because I actually came off a 1000 Renegade and then went back to an 850, and I could not do it. I had to come back up to the 1000 cc machine. So without further ado, I get the helmet on and ride. Oh, this is gonna be fun. That bike is definitely a lot bigger, but I'm really curious to see, like, racing side by side, man. Like, what's gonna be the real difference, dude? And the 850 versus the 1000. We don't know what's done to Christian's new bike. I mean, he literally just got that thing, but dude, it looks good. All 22 brown, baby. Got the tan on her. You gonna put that thing in the swamp?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, this is gonna be fun, bro. You wanna go to the swamp first and then come back and race? Yeah, let's do that. This is gonna be fun. I don't think I've ever had a cameraman that had his own four-wheeler. Now, Christian, granted, don't get me wrong, he ain't much of a mud guy, but he's fixing to be. He's gonna learn to love it with that four-wheeler, dude. That is the best four-wheeler that you can just get and romp on, dude. I'm telling you. Now, yesterday when we were mudding, I actually got some water in my air box, but we did about sink this thing in the pond. I'm talking about it was deep. I mean, straight stand-up wheelie, and it was up to my snorkels. It was a bad situation. I don't know, man. You gonna be able to keep up with the old 1000?
Probably not.
The old XMR 850. You got the 32, so in the ground clearance, bro, you're probably gonna do better in the mud. Because in the mud, it ain't about the power, unless you're trying to skim. But like when you're down in a hole, as long as you turn your tires, that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think in the mud, I mean, you got 32 naders, I got 29.5-inch naders. You're gonna do better. But if I were to put 32s on this, it'd probably be the exact same bike in terms of getting through. All right, you want to go first?
No, you got it.
You got it.
No,
you got it. Rock, paper, scissors, me. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, I'm just gonna launch it straight through this narrow spot. That to me is the funnest, because this son of a gun eats. You know what? Let's do two-wheel drive. I'm gonna go in two. I wanna see what happens. Oh, we're not in diff lock. Woo! I said we're not in diff lock, we're not in sport mode. Oh, check engine lights back on. We're ignoring it. Yeah, sport mode versus regular mode, two different bikes. Not even close to the same. I could feel it coming up out of that wall. It didn't want to turn them like it was. You
lit me up.
No way.
Lit me up.
Let's see the 850 dig through there. We should do like time trials, bro. That'd be cool. Yeah, baby. Boy, those 32s dig. All right, I'm gonna put it in 4-wheel drive and run the same line. Go ahead and get this thing in sport mode. I mean, you don't realize how nice all this power is once you're used to it and hop on a smaller bike like an 850. All right. Your turn. I want to see it. We gotta take these things to my new property, bro. That would be fun. We need Christian to get into this slow, dude. Can't have him sinking this bike. Dude, it's a pretty day to be out here mud ripping. Let me tell you what, dude. Look at a little breeze blowing, a little shade tree action in the water. Sunday. We going for the big skim, son.
I can't send it like you can.
Were you full throttle?
No, I'm scared because like I saw whenever you hit it, bro.
Yeah.
You were like here, then there, then here, and I was like, oh shit, I don't want to
Yeah, I mean,
flip
you just
it.
got a launcher, but you need to get used to that bike. Like, this is your first time mudding. I was telling everybody, like, I can't wait to go to the new property, but we got to introduce you small. Work you up to it.
I don't know like what to do in certain situations in the mud hole and stuff. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, there's a lot to it that I've learned over the years. And like when I started in like 2016, I didn't know nothing, dude. So it's like all trial and error. But it's expensive to do that, so it's better just start slow, you know? Are you gonna go through the deep hole?
I'll go through it, yeah.
Let me get across first. I wanna watch you. All right, sending it. Woohoo! That high 4-wheel drive digging. Just gonna leave her in high, let her eat on through. See, I wanna see how that bike digs in high too. We're gonna go on through. I wanna come back and watch them. It might be his first time ever in deep water. See if we can get on this island. Oh, shit. I put it right in your way.
You getting a better seat?
Yeah, better seat for the show. Yeah, buddy. Let's get it, dude.
All right, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Those 32s are eating so much better than this. 32s are the ticket. Those things just ate, bro.
You want to take it through? You want to send it?
Let's go race them first and then switch bikes. I want to ride that one around and feel the power and then send it. Hey, yeah, come on through. Launch it! Hell yeah. There is a monster hole in front of me. Kind of worried about if I creep into this, I'm not going to get across. Send it! Woo! That's a lot of bike, boy.
I gotta learn how to ride it because like I'm scared because it's so much weight.
In the water, it's not much weight.
I know, but if you don't react fast enough and you go to flip this thing, it's like, oh shit.
So you can roll a bike really fast, but 9 times out of 10, you're just gonna be leaning and go, oh shit, and climb to the other side. Leaning, oh shit. It's not as fast as you think unless you're panicking in the throttle. If you start to go into a panic and you're in the throttle, sometimes it will flip and sink quick. I mean, as long as you got control of the bike, you're good. I mean, it's crazy because it all comes from instinct, right? So for me, it's all instinct, but like if a bike's starting to grab too much and you're in the throttle too much, I mean, that chucker will, boom, if you're pulling on these bars out. I mean, it's a learning curve, but it's not hard to learn. Just a matter of getting in the mud hole and figuring it out, son. Let's run down to the road and let's do a race, and I want to ride that around. I mean, I should have them on a race all day. If it's even close, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Oh, this race is gonna be good. I'm excited for this. This is probably what I'm most excited about, dude, is racing these things. You ready? 1, 2, 3. He's keeping up just fine. Woo! I mean, I got him all day. That is a fact. But at the same time, I mean, that's not a big difference. The Polaris 1000 stock and this 1000 stock. Money-wise, that ain't a big difference, dude.
But you still pulled.
Oh, yeah. I think this bike's gonna be more torquey and more rippy than that bike, even if it's around the same speed. You ready? Go! Trying to get a jump on me. I mean, dude, they're dead even. They're not far off at all. Wow, that's interesting. Hey, let me on it. This is gonna be interesting, dude. I literally just sold my 850 not long ago. Now, we don't know what's done to this bike, but dude, the way it pulled those 32s, oh yeah, son. Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I can feel it. Just by smacking the throttle, you definitely feel a difference. This exhaust is way too loud, dude. It's blowing my ears out. Can we jump it? Woo! I think the 1000, you damn sure feel the torque more. Hey, what do you think about it so far? Power-wise.
I feel like I can notice just a little bit.
You can feel the more power, but when we raced, it was about the same, which I got some weight on you, but still.
It's like the bottom end, maybe?
It's the torque.
Yeah,
I feel like that has so much more instant torque. But in terms of like, you know, like side by side, it's pretty close. Is it worth the extra money? If you can notice the slight differences like we can, it'd probably be worth it if you're coming off 1000. If you're coming up from like a smaller bike, dude, this is all the bike you need. So once you go to a 1000, now it's hard to step back down because you feel the difference. Yeah, dude, I don't think they're a whole lot more different. There's not as much difference as I thought. I think that bike just has more torque, dude. Yeah, this one, oh, we're not in sport mode now. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna send it through this hole. All right, let's throw this puppy in low. Sending it. Woo! I honestly feel like my bike definitely pulls harder through that. Not by a whole lot, but it does. Let's go back across. Oh, dude, the 32s ain't right up that wall. Dude, my ground clearance is the issue, son. I'm lacking so much ground clearance. It just ain't right up that. The ground clearance is so key, bro. Which we've always like known that. Obviously, for a mud bike, you want a lot of ground clearance. But dude, it's a night and day difference. Bro, the ground clearance, night and day difference.
Big difference.
That, when I'm eating, you know, sending it. I say this, it sounds weird, but I can feel the mud on the bottom of the bike. Like, I can feel it getting pulled back and not letting all the power just rip. On this, it's not as much power, but I can feel that it's not dragging on the bottom. And so it's like climbing up that wall. I would never done that on that bike with the low ground clearance.
Side note.
What?
We're pissing off the bees.
Oh yeah, the bees are pissed.
So far, I mean, I think head to head, these bikes are pretty spot on, but I think the biggest difference is the tires right now.
Obviously, but when you're talking about, if you're watching this and you're like, do I get an 850 or spend the extra money and get a 1000? Dude, unless you came off a 1000, you do not need a 1000. If you had a 1000 and you drop back down to an 850, you're gonna feel it. I feel it. Now, it's weird because race-wise, side-by-side racing, you don't show it, but that bike to this bike, big difference in throttle response. But if Can-Am just came out with a short frame XMR 1000, that's the best bike you could buy. It's better than this bike. You ain't got to go through the trouble like you had to with that bike. It'd probably be better than that bike because this bike has a skid plate. I don't need a skid plate. It'd be nice here and there on occasion, but in reality, I don't need it. I don't know, dude. I just think Can-Am needs to put their big boy pants on and make a 1000 XMR that's not a long frame, that's a two-person machine. The 850 is plenty of power, unless you come off like a Renegade 1000. They got a Renegade 1000. Why is there not a Outlander 1000? That's not long frame.
I want to see you send it from here.
Where you want it sent?
I just want you to send the gap, man.
Send the gap?
Yeah, man.
I'll send the gap. Christian said, send the gap. We gonna send the gap. Woo! Yeah, buddy.
Those 32s dig.
I'm gonna hit a few more sends on the 1000, and then we're gonna go to the pond. Sending it. Oh yeah. You can feel the tires. So much more bike, but the tires are, dude, you can feel the ground clearance issue. I'm gonna drop down in this hole and see how deep it is on this bike. I don't think I've actually just crawled in here yet. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's a deep hole. But see, that's where ground clearance comes into play. Like, I'm having to hit this stuff extremely hard to get through it with speed. Where that bike, it'll dig through with those 32s pretty easy. Gets the bike up taller, gets the bike where it's not dragging the mud. Just right here, like I'm sitting on mud. That's why my tires are spinning so easy. Bro, this bike is freaking eating. It eats. It's just ground clearance this year. Honestly, I'd hate to take the skid plate off, but it would give me more ground clearance. Plus 32s, you know what I'm saying? Let's send her to the pond, baby! Woo! This thing's an animal. Damn. Yup. You can feel a difference. And I want to say that these tires weigh the same as the 32s he has on there. I mean, they're like a cock hair off from each other. They are practically the same weight. It's nice having like a muddy swamp and then a pond to go wash off in. Problem is the pond's too deep. At least for these Can-Am setups with where the snorkels are at. Like, this snorkel is low. Like, comparing it to Christian's bike, him sitting taller, no wonder I almost got stuck in the center of the pond in a stand-up wheelie because I couldn't give it gas. Yeah, we just got to get Christian confident on that bike, bro, and it'll be fun, dude. Having two bikes, that'd be the ticket. This water is hot. That water is so warm.
Yeah,
Dude,
it is.
hot. Oh yeah, buddy. I can't hear if my bike's running. Your bike is so damn loud, Christian. Clean up, clean up. Everybody clean
everywhere.
up, clean up. Ba-dump, dump, dump, dump.
We're gonna have to pressure wash them off anyways.
Yeah, I'm worried that they're not gonna pressure wash off very well. Why is my bike shooting so much water out of the exhaust? Like, where's that water coming from? I wonder if I got an exhaust leak. That's what happened on my old four-wheeler. It's like a sprinkler back there, bro. I guess it's because my padding and my exhaust is soaking wet. Gotta be the reason. Man, this has been fun. There's Garrett. Hey, buddy.
I'm awake now. A little loud.
Your alarm went off.
Bro, that bike is dumb loud.
It's too loud.
Turn up my field.
Yep.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah. We see you, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to pressure wash these off, man. Big pressure wash, guys, eh? Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Shoo-wee. That's a dirty bike. Ain't too bad. I just hope this stuff's gonna pressure wash off. Oh, we're solid. Well, if you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content with Christian, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Me personally, I'm not as hardcore as you. I just buy an XMR.
I would say if you're coming off 1000, you can't go back to an 850. If you're new to the game, the 850 is gonna blow your mind at how much power it makes. But we're gonna get these four-wheelers washed up so we can stick them back in the garage. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please smash the like button. You guys have absolutely been killing the like button. I think we actually hit our highest like video the other day at like 71K. Let's see if we can top it. Everybody go down, hit the like button. I'm gonna go buy some jet skis because of that one video. Still gotta do it. I gotta sell some stuff so we can afford it. And we will catch y'all on the next one.